Hey guys, welcome to the intro video to this first video on my channel. Michael
Hello everybody, Mike here.
is going to be doing, see, there was a book, could you show the book? It came out during Free Comic Book Day.
Yep, and it is this comic right here.
Michael's going to explain it because he read it. That is issue 0 of Super Street Fighter. This is supposed to lead into, well, Michael explained what it leads into, but it was released this year, so if you were around for Free Comic Book Day, it came out. It's an oversized. Compare it to the other comic, please. Just grab another comic. It's double the size of a regular comic. Put it up against the comic to show that it... Well, not double the size, I lie. It's about a couple of inches bigger on the side. Whatever, it's bigger than a regular comic.
Exactly.
And it's really a preview book. It leads into certain things, which Michael explained. And it's also to prepare us for this August Volume 2 of Super Street Fighter.
Yes.
Now, without further ado, Mike, tell us what's in the book.
Thank you. Welcome to the Street Fighter Summer event from Udon. This is Street Fighter issue number 0. In this comic book, there are 3 stories. 2 of the 3 stories lead up to a book event, which I will get to shortly. So there are 3 stories. The first story is called Hong Kong Hustle, by a story by Jim Zub and art by Hanzo Steinbach. Second story is called Your Enemy's Closer, story by Kenzu Chang, and line art by Tazashi Miyazawa. If I'm saying the names wrong, I apologize. And third story is called Beyond the Hills, story by Chris Sorachi, and inks by Rob Armstrong. So the first story, Hong Kong Hustle, it takes place, of course, in Hong Kong, where Alex sees 2 thugs who are fooling around with a lady. And by the way, the artwork, this is a supersized comic book, by the way, and the stories are very short, actually. So Alex deals with 3 thugs who are messing with a woman, and you know, he just takes on the thugs, and then the woman behind the costume was Chun-Li, and she helps him out to fight all 3 of them, because Alex was waiting for his sensei, who was late, and we find out the sensei he was waiting for was Ken, who basically you know, wants to help him out and to you know, teach him all trainings and stuff like that. And that's really the end of the book. So basically,
You mean the story?
of the story, yeah, of the first one. And then the second story, Your Enemy's Closer, it deals with the origin story of Jury. And Jury talks about how she thought that Bison was dead, you know, after the whole fight that happened. And after Bison's death, she didn't stop her cravings to develop pain and mayhem throughout, you know, her story in her life. And that she fulfills her missions and stuff like that. And then we get Seth in this book. And they have a talk about, you know, of the secret societies medallion, I think, that she got. And Seth just says that he doesn't want to be a slave to the new master with all that stuff, and you want to find out more, read the comic. Bison is alive, and Seth tries to fight all his armies off, and then Bison offers Jury a you know, that society's taken interest in you and needs people like you to join him. What does she do? She backstabs Seth in order to join the society. Yeah. So, you know, so now Jury is now with Bison in the society, and then when she says, you know, don't worry about a thing, Mr. Bison, whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, I've got your back. And it's to be continued in the big book of Street Fighter,
Super Street
Fighter, my apologies, Volume 1. So more will be covered in this book, the Street Fighter Summer event. So be on the lookout for that.
Indeed!
And then the last story, Beyond the Hills, talks about the origin story of, if I could get a good picture of him, which should be right here, Akuma. and I really love the artwork. And basically, it's Akuma talking about how he's seen two fighters fighting, and he could basically like read the moves because he has like this talent of doing that. So Akuma goes to I can't remember his name. Like, I think they say his name, and he says, you know, I'm looking for a fight, and he just wants to join the tournament. So after a while, he has a talk with this guy who he knows about, and when he asks him how his master's doing, he gives that face like he probably doesn't want to talk about it or doesn't know much. So, and he's like saying, you know, your fighters lack honor, and you know they really should fight for honor. And then he says, I beg to differ, because basically it's not all about honor. It's all about
honor.
No, not about honor, because if honor is lost, then there's power, and power is money. So basically, they do it for money, rather than rather than doing it for anything else. I'm trying to find out what his name is that he talks to. So you know. So and this all takes place in Tokyo for the tournaments and stuff like that. So he says, you know, it's time to grow up, Akuma. Work for me and give them a show and help punish their arrogance. So we get his master. I hope I'm saying his name right. Go Tutsu. And he basically writes a letter to him saying that he's realized that, you know, he's learned that power can take a man's honor, and he's learned that in the world as mad as this one, power is the only way to keep it, and he says, I shall see you soon. And that, everybody, is to be continued in the big book of Street Fighter Origins Akuma.
The next book.
Yes, which I will do either during or by the end of Super Street Fighter Volume 1.
Towards the end.
Or towards the end of that.
Because No, not really. It'll be towards the middle.
Right.
Because there's still the other books that we got to get.
Right. So those two stories that I just covered will be in this event. And here are the covers for the Street Fighter paperbacks. For those of you who are interested in purchasing them from Udon. And there's some art books as well. And that, everybody, is the end of the book. So, really great story. Really great stories that I read, all three of them. They all get 5 out of 5. Even though they were short, they were really interesting, and really looking forward to reviewing the 2 trade paperbacks for Street Fighter Summer Event. But guys, this is going to be awesome. 5 out of 5. Hopefully you got it on Free Comic Book Day, and if not, then you heard it from me at least what the reviews were about. And that's it, everybody, for the Street Fighter issue 0 of the Free Comic Book Day. And keep looking forward to our Street Fighter Summer Event. Don't forget to check out Comic Related and ComicFrontline.com. Both are your #1 source of comic related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more.
And Zone4Podcast.com.
And Zone4Podcast.com. Feel free to comment below of your thoughts of this if you have this comic book and anything else you're looking forward to. And subscribe to this channel today. So until next time, guys, Mike with Chris in the background.
No.
I'm waiting for you to interrupt me because you rudely interrupted me a lot. Well, in the beginning at least. So take care and keep watching, everybody. And let Street Fighter Summer keep rolling. And keep fighting. Later, everybody.